Hey Dean, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing,
This
Joel?
is Dean, my good friend, and he's here tonight to explain his experiences with what we know and call Spray 3. And he's going to give his experiences, some of his accounts, some of the things he's learned, and how he come up with a name that he sells it by. And with that, take over, Dean. Tell us your story.
Okay. Well, back in 1976, I had a motorcycle accident, and a car got into me and tore my back up. This is what I ended up with after I got out of the hospital.
That's some pretty nasty scars there, Dean. What all happened there? It looks like it got into your kidney, maybe?
It exposed the kidney, exposed the tailbone, and tore the muscle in two in my back.
Wow.
Doctors say that I'd be in pain the rest of my life, and that I would have arthritis, and it'd be unbearable.
How long did you stay in the hospital for something like that?
I was in the hospital for 30 days.
Wow.
I got out, recuperated. I did get back on my motorcycle. Then I got rid of it.
What did you hit or hit you?
I was coming down the road. Truck stopped in front of me. I couldn't get stopped. I laid the bike down. A car hit me coming from the other direction. Threw me off into the ditch.
Wow.
Tore my back open.
That's pretty amazing that you lived through that. That's thankful to modern science there.
But I have had trouble with it all through the years. Sore back. I put all kinds of over-the-counter stuff on. Didn't help. And one day I come into Joel's shop, and he saw me get out of my car. I literally crawled out of my car. I had to lift my leg up to get it out of the car, and I was in so much pain. I came in Joel's store, told him about it. He says, "Oh, I got this spray right here. I want you to sniff it. I want you to spray it in the air and you just sniff it." I said, "All right." He says, "It's a little hot. It might make you sneeze, might make you cough, but I want you to try it." So we were standing here, and he just sprayed 2 sprays in the air. We were standing here talking, and all of a sudden, I said, "Oh my God." Joe said, "What's the matter?" I said, "I have no pain in my back."
And remember I said we haven't even sprayed it on you yet, Dean, because this was our first experience with that.
Right.
I'd never sprayed it in the air, never had anybody actually breathe it prior to this. You were the very first person.
That's right. And I told Joe, I said, "Watch, I can lift my knee up to my chest." And I lifted both knees up to my chest with no pain at all.
You literally were dancing when Brenda came in, and that's when I explained to her that you'd been in that bad motorcycle wreck, and you showed her your back. And she was freaking out that you were sitting here lifting your knees clear above your waist.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
We were all kind of in shock that day. We thought, man, this is really a cool side effect.
Yes, and I'll tell you what, I didn't spray any more on my back, or I didn't spray any. I just done that sniffing, and for 8 hours, I had no pain for 8 hours.
Wow.
Then I started spraying it on my back. And I am pain-free now to this day, and I can do just about anything.
Yeah. Well, I remember I gave you, I think that was the second bottle that I'd ever made, and when you got those kind of results, I said, well, you got to have that bottle. You can just have it for free. And what all did you do with that bottle? Because I remember when that bottle was empty, you wanted another one, and I hadn't made it again. That was literally the second bottle ever. What all did you do with that second ever made bottle? Who did you all use it on, or animals, or?
Well, I'll tell you what. When I got home that next day, my pony was limping around. Granddaughter's pony. His knee was sore. I thought, well, this stuff works on me. I'll go try it on him. So I just sprayed it all over his knee and rubbed it in. Next day I looked out, he was running around like nothing ever happened to him.
What did your wife think when you come home and said you smelled this stuff and you're pain-free? Did you think he's crazy?
Well,
or was you snorting drugs? Or
she was kind of skeptical about it, but she wanted to try it. And she tried it. She's got herniated discs, and she's just fine. No pain.
She's sitting over here shaking her head. Okay, cool. Did you try it on any of your other friends or neighbors, or did you pretty well use that bottle yourself?
No. Anybody that came over, I carried it with me, and anybody that had some pain, I sprayed it on them, and I told them it would work within a few minutes, and it did. A friend of mine come over. He runs a roller for an asphalt company. His hand was all tight, and he couldn't even hardly make a fist. And I said, well, I got some stuff here I wanna spray on you. And I sprayed it on him. He was the first one I've sprayed it on, other than my wife.
That was that first bottle?
That first bottle. We were standing there talking, and all of a sudden I seen him going around like this, moving his hand. I said, how's your hands feel, Gary? He said, I had no pain. He said, I can make a fist. And before I couldn't even make a fist. And so I decided that stuff's pretty good. So I thought, well, I'm going to get some more of this stuff, and I'm going to go into business for myself.
Well, I remember when you called up wanting another bottle, and I didn't have any. You were calling it chiropractic in a bottle because you hadn't had to go back to the chiropractor since that first bottle.
Right. I had back pain prior to coming over here getting it. I went to a chiropractor 6 times. He kind of straightened me up, but I still had the pain. But when I started using the Miracle Spray, I was pain-free. I never went back to the chiropractor again.
Yeah. I remember when you come to pick up future bottles there and wanted to sell it, you had a story about, because I always tell people they got to make up their own product name, and you came up with the name Jasper. Can you tell us, enlighten us on how that came about?
Yeah, well, my dad used to call me Jasper for some unknown reason. It's just a name that he come up with, and he always called me Jasper. And I thought, well, that'd be good. Dad's dead, and I'll dedicate this to Dad. So I'll just say my name's Jasper Miracle Spray.
Right. I know when we sprayed that in the air and you got pain-free, you stood up and said you had experienced a miracle. Has that been something other customers of yours have said also, or has anybody had those type of results that you had that day? Because that was pretty amazing.
Yes.
Because I know that people have to hurt pretty bad to get that kind of experience. Because the average person that doesn't hurt, they're going to think, well, maybe I feel better, maybe I don't. But when somebody's really got a deep, serious pain, relating to what's your injury? Probably 25 years old now, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And so you're a real good example. They'll know that this was a deep chronic pain. But so you've ran into others that's had similar or
well, not
milder
exactly.
results.
Most of everybody else just had